All right. Hello, everyone. I might give it just a few seconds. This is Kamara with the Black Dove Oracle. I was trying to see if I could tell, it says it's uploading. If I could tell what people are in the chat. It's hard to tell. Anyway, if you're there, please let me know. And if you can hear me, let me know. Okay, cool. So this is my second time doing a live. And, I'm just going to try a lot of different times for these lives, everyone. But if you are watching, let me know just in the chat if you can hear me well. And we are going to do some more all sign readings this time, an oracle message for the different signs. And so we have water signs coming up. If you are just joining me here and you are not a subscriber, welcome. My name is Kamara and I'm with the Black Dove Oracle. And if you are a subscriber, thank you so much for all your support. I felt so loved on my very first live stream. People were very supportive and I really appreciated that. So I have a few readings coming up, but you know what I did over the weekend was I worked on my website for the Black Dove Oracle, and that should be up. I think I'm going to launch it on my birthday because my birthday is in July. And I was all like, why don't I just make it a birthday present to myself and put it out there for everyone else? So I'm going to do that in July. Launch the website, talk a little bit about the dream circle idea. Still trying to get people comfortable with it. It may go a little slower if we don't get any volunteers. But if you want to share your dreams and maybe go over the dreams with me live, you could do that. And, there's a way where you don't have to share your camera if you just want to share your picture. So let me know, like if you want to do it, I'm going to put my, what I'll do is I'll put my email up so that you can continuously, see that. You can email me there. Maybe I'll put it this way so that it's just on the bottom for a little bit. I'm still figuring this all out, you all, but let me know if you can see me, hear me. It's about 7 o'clock where I'm at, so I'm not sure if this is going to be a good time to do live streaming, but we'll just figure it out. It's being recorded. So this upcoming reading is an oracle message just for all of the signs. So I have a few decks out here. And then we will get started with just, some of the signs. Let me start with Cancer first. An oracle message just for you, Cancer. How have you been? I think somebody's in my comments. Let's see. Hey, Lindsay. Oh, thank you. So thank you for joining me. We're starting with Cancer. Just an all signs oracle message. Oh, lovely, lovely, lovely. I'm a Cancer too. When's your birthday, Lindsay? Is it in the June or July? Are you a July Cancer? I'm a July Cancer. Yeah, I'm doing well. Thank you so much. It's a little hot out here still. And I think on the last live, I told you all something's going on with my thermostat. I don't know. I'm trying to get these people to fix it like ASAP, but we'll see. Oh, July 15th. Happy early birthday. I'm July 9th. So we're Cancer siblings. All right. So the oracle message. Let's talk about who this oracle message is coming from. It's coming from the creature of air, and it says speed. I'm going to lay out a few cards before I say everything, but the message is coming from a god of air or a deity of air. Thank you for the happy birthdays. Yeah. And there's a number 34 on this card as well. It's a very interesting card. It's a new deck that I just got from Abiola Abrams, The Secret of the Ancestors. I don't know. It looked very beautiful. So, creature of speed. Let's see what this oracle is trying to tell Cancers. Do you have any plans for your birthday? I really actually don't. Sometimes my birthday just sneaks up on me. Okay. It's interesting. So this message is saying women supporting women. Together we can transcend our individual limitations. So there is a message here around women, the feminine. Oh, you're moving? You know what? I was wondering if I was going to need to do that too with this heat condition, but I'm trying to wait it out because I really just moved in here. But so yeah. But I find for Cancers, like when we move, it's a whole new like energy where we're living. We're gonna make our home space really cute. So it's just that moving part, the actual moving part. Okay, you have fire and rain. Huh. You know what I'm going to say here too, Cancer, is that I think what Spirit is saying here is that there is maybe for some of you who are in the feminine, and that's regardless of gender, maybe you've been wanting to have closer relationships, maybe even someone who, just more friendships in your life, or tighter friendships if you have some, but you don't feel like they might be going as deep as you want them to. There's a sense of like, you will have that opportunity to meet some new people soon. It could be like Lindsay, like you're moving somewhere where you're going to meet some people. And I think what Spirit is saying here, though, is it's a fire and rain kind of situation. Whereas, you're going to meet all these people, but there's something about you needing to take the time to make sure that you're getting to know people, because there could be a lot of excitement around meeting new people, having new energy in your life. But with that comes, I don't know, this fire and rain, it's kind of telling me there's some need for you to slow down the intensity. This could be around friendships, but it could also be around a new relationship. If you're meeting someone who's new and you're looking for a relationship. Yeah, we have 6 of Wands. It's interesting because 6 of Wands, and this is in reverse, but 6 of Wands could also point to, in the traditional card, because this is not really a traditional deck here, but in the Rider-Waite deck, it's like you're riding into town, you're on your white horse, life is looking good, you're really confident, you've just probably won some kind of, when I say won, you may have realized some really beautiful things in your life, and you're coming into town with that energy, right? But when it's in reverse, it's like just kind of paying attention to make sure that you are surrounded by supporters, or just to know that maybe not everyone is going to be a supporter. Sometimes we come into new situations and, I don't know if you're like me, I like to put on my best effort when I meet new people. Like I want to be confident. I want to come in with a certain kind of energy, that's just authentic. And for some people, if they're not used to that, it could be a lot. And maybe, there's something here, Spirit's just saying to be aware of the kind of people that are surrounding you right now. It's not much of a warning as it is just to kind of know, yeah, because we have 3 of Cups. There's going to be people who really want to move forward and get to know you. And there may be so much excitement around that. And Spirit is saying you are genuinely going to meet some people who are really going to support your work, who really want to get to know you. But there's also this thing of fire and rain, just to make sure, Cancer, that you're not moving so quickly that you're missing maybe some red flags and not noticing some of the green flags. So, I'm feeling like it's a half and half here. What else, Spirit? Yeah, because you have this 4 of Swords. It's like a little bit of a caution, just to slow down. You don't have to tell everybody your business. You don't have to explain everything. Yeah, discernment. Absolutely. Because it's just, and I struggle with it too, because I get so excited when I meet new people, especially if it seems like initially we're on the same vibe or they're cool. But I think right now Spirit is saying just allow for yourself to really see and really hear people. Yeah, you even have this 3 of Pentacles. There's going to be, for some of you, some people who really want to initiate working with you right away. And I think Spirit is also kind of saying, put the brakes on a little bit. Especially if you just met someone, like somebody will be like, oh, it sounds like we're ripe for working together. You want to do a workshop, you want to A, B, and C, teach together or whatever. And Spirit is kind of saying, like get to know these people. See how they navigate life. See how they move in life. Yeah, you have the 8 of Cups here at the bottom of the deck. Get to know their work style. Get to know how they work, how they show up. That's going to be important for you. I know for me, in particularly, whenever I've said yes to something too quickly, I end up working on a project with someone and they don't pull in the energy that you're expecting someone who's partnering with you to pull in. So there's something right here for you, Cancer, that Spirit is just saying, make sure that you are getting what you deserve out of these relationships. Let's go to the last card here. Yeah, know how they move. Yeah, because you have, that's very interesting. The Village and the Mountain came up. And I think really it is saying you are going to be exposed in a beautiful way to a lot of new people, but do not make this journey immediately into a mountain. You know how, just keep your standards. That's right, Lindsay. It's like keep your standards and don't unnecessarily put a lot of strain or stress on yourself, not knowing who people are. You see, you look really deep in there. There's like a figure deep in the mountain. It's kind of like, who is that? Get to know them. And I think you would be more successful, less stressful, less stressed out. And it's just going to allow you to manage your nervous system, Cancer. Okay. So, Cancer, that is what the Oracle wanted to share with you. We're going to move on now to who we're going to move on now to Pisces. All right. And welcome, everyone. If you are at my second live stream, I think I'm okay. I'm getting less and less nervous, with these live stream readings. But we're serving the water signs right now. And Lindsay, thank you so much for stopping through. I appreciate it. I'll record this too. So if you want to check your sun, moon, rising signs, Venus signs, you all do that. But we're going to head into Pisces. What is it that an oracle message for you, Pisces? An oracle message just for you, Pisces. Let me shuffle these cards up. Yeah. Okay, for Pisces, who has a message for you? Oh, is Pisces your rising sign? You have a lot of water, huh? That's cool. I have a lot of earth. Okay, so Pisces. Root of fire. So risk it all. I would say this is probably a Queen of Wands. Risk it all. That already sounds pretty good. Let's go to what the message is. So Queen of Wands has a message for you. It's about some kind of movement. I'm kind of getting that it's even like taking a calculated risk. Maybe something that you've been like, should I do that? I don't know if it's the right time. But let's see. What do the cards confirm? Yeah, it says confusion. Growth hurts, heals, and harnesses a way through uncertainty. Let me try one more card here because I'm feeling like it could go a couple of ways, Pisces. Second star. Show that to you. Second star. Okay, Pisces, what's this message that the Oracle has for you? Equalize. So I think for some of you, Pisces, there's something that you're trying to make a decision about. And I think on one hand, you could just go with your normal flow. You know what I mean? Your comfort zone. You could just go with that. And at the same time, it feels like it's keeping you stagnant, though. It's keeping you kind of in a place where you really don't want to be anymore. But the flip side, or maybe the other side of this, is that you would have to take some kind of risk. A risk that could possibly, lead you into something that you really don't want to be in, or it could elevate you. But I think when you get the second star, it's almost as if this is about, for some of you, this is about something that you may have tried previously and it didn't quite work out the way you wanted it to. But the second star is really providing you with a second chance to rise up, to elevate with a particular idea or a project. For a small group of you, I'm hearing that it might even be a second chance with a particular relationship. So take it where it resonates. But there's something there about being in temperance energy, though. Making sure that this is a situation that, temperance is holding 2 cups and pouring in. And in many ways, temperance can be about a relationship. For some of you, whoever that's resonating with, you're thinking about giving someone a second chance, making sure that you're both pouring into each other, making sure that there's reciprocity happening in this situation before you say a full-on yes. Is there that consideration that the relationship is balanced? Now, if this is a project, if this is something you've tried before, in terms of like, maybe for some of you, this might be about entrepreneurship, starting your own business, doing some consulting. Maybe the first time you tried it, it was a little bit more challenging than you thought it was going to be. I'm not saying that you failed, but some of you may have said, you know what, I didn't think all of this through and I need to kind of put it down for a little bit. And I think right now Spirit is showing that you might be picking it back up again, Because really, truly in your heart, whoever this is resonating with, because I'm getting this message from spirit, it's resonating like you do need to be working for yourself. There's something about the challenge in that, and your confidence and being able to make that happen. If this is about a career and you going out on your own, spirit is saying it could be the time to risk it all, to pick up your wand and put that kind of fire and passion into the work. And now you know it's going to be hard. It's hard working for yourself. I mean, I work for myself, and there's times where you're just like, I got to push through. I got to complete the things that I said I was going to complete. And sometimes when you start a business and you're not really clear about that, it could feel like you're just going up a hill, like, what is that called? Going up a hill is slowly with molasses, something like that. Yeah, Lindsay. Yeah, it's almost like you have to work up the nerve, like the confidence to know that you're ready to start a business. But then there's also just being willing to push through. Sometimes I'm hearing that, push through or work through the challenges, not to give up, but to work through the challenges. Yeah, you have an 8 of Wands here. And it's what it's really, I think what spirit is trying to say here is that, yeah, and then you have rights. When I look at this card, it's more about knowing, especially if you're looking at starting a business, knowing that there is kind of a rites of passage. That's what I'm getting from this card. It's like there's a rites of passage that goes with striking out on your own, not having to work for someone, not having to answer to someone. And if this is about a relationship, because I'm hearing both of those, it may be about not only giving this person a second chance, but understanding how you have changed in the situation and if they have changed in the situation. And is that situation, I keep hearing the word reciprocity. Is reciprocity truly and really happening? Or are you still in a position, I'm hearing for some of you, of caregiving or of, codependency? So it's just, Pisces, I think you'll know the situation that you're in, but you have this, you have this 3 of Wands, meaning you want something new. You want to venture out and challenge yourself and grow in a particular way, whether that's through a relationship or through your career. And if it's about your career, spirit is saying here, you have the opportunity to rise again, despite maybe some hiccups the first time. Whatever it is, Pisces, there's something you're trying to give a second chance to. And that second chance may come with some trigger points of because of the past, but to understand too that you are new. Spirit showing that to me. You're a new person now, a different person now, and you have the opportunity to revisit something from the past and really transform it so that it's not haunting you. Like, oh, I wonder what would have happened if I given this person a second chance, or I wonder what would have happened if I just would have tried to start this business again. So there's something like that, Pisces, that the oracle is saying you really just need to do it. Take the risk if you feel like it, once you've thought through it all, and see where you land, because you are a different person. I keep hearing that. You are a different person. Yeah. Rebirths. It is true, Lindsay. It's like, thank you so much for chatting with me about this, because it's like to restore and rebirth yourself after a quote unquote failure. It wasn't a failure, but like a hiccup. And to be confident that you could do it this time. New things, different things than you did before. So that's what I have for you, Pisces. Let's go to Scorpio. Hello, Scorpio. This is Kamara with the Black Dove Oracle, and we are going through all signs, and we're just looking at a special oracle message for you, just for you. And let's see, what does this oracle have? I'm using the Secret of the Ancestors oracle today. You're welcome, Lindsay. Thank you for stopping through. Happy moving. Happy birthday. Okay, so Scorpio, ooh, you have the shaman. It says trust your path. Very interesting. Let's see what this is about, Scorpio. The shaman, trust your path. Ah, and you have the lantern. It's interesting because the lantern in this deck reminds me of, thank you, Lindsay. Happy birthday. This lantern reminds me of the Hermit card because it's like the figure in there is just holding these lanterns, lighting the path. And then you have the shaman saying, trust your path. So Scorpio, let's pick a couple of more cards. Shadows in the Light, Land of Oz. So weird. I had like over the weekend, I was thinking about that movie, The Wizard of Oz. Just a story. Huh. I think that means something because I was just thinking about that movie. What was I thinking about that movie? It was like, you have Seven of Pentacles in reverse and the Queen of Cups upright. You know, Scorpio, I think when it comes to the path that you're on, the oracle is showing me that you have done a lot of work being on this path. You maybe some of you have even been doing a lot of your shadow work, you know, just going into those places of the unconscious, making sure that you've healed in a particular kind of way. It's even showing me like shadow and light. It's as if some of you, Scorpio, are coming out of a real dark period. Meaning just like maybe there was a little bit of depression about something, maybe just feeling a little heavy about something. Spirit is saying maybe some of you might have experienced a death in your family or in your community, and I'm really sorry for that. But Spirit is saying that you are emerging from that mood, from those feelings. And the Land of Oz is here. You know what it was that I was thinking about when that movie? Because if you kind of take it out of the cinematography of that movie and just looked at the story, you're looking at a character, a main character that always throughout the whole movie is searching for something, right? Searching, following a path, coming against a lot of challenges. But in that movie, at the very end, not the very end, but you know, the end of the story, the character, the main character, Dorothy, realizes that she's always had the power to go home. And there's something here, Scorpio, where the shadows and the light, lighting your own path, the shaman saying to you to trust this path. When you trust this path, you do have access always to the Land of Oz. The Land of Oz, even in that movie, thank you, Sage. Thank you for joining me here. You know, the Land of Oz was, and it turned out, right? I mean, you all can correct me in the comments, but the Land of Oz in that movie symbolized a fictional place, a place that we give so much power to. Instead of trusting our own divine inner wisdom, we're always putting it out there for other people to take charge of our path, for other people to validate our path. And there's something here that the Oracle is trying to tell you, Scorpio, and I think you know it already in your heart, is that you know this path. Queen of Cups, regardless of gender, Queen of Cups sits traditionally on a throne with this huge cup, a cup that doesn't look like any other cup in the deck, right? It's a huge urn with a lid. Go look at a traditional deck. And that lid, it's the only cup in the whole deck that is covered. And the Queen of Cups holds that particular cup because she's safeguarding it. She's safeguarding it against doubt. She's safeguarding it against trying to give her emotions, just openly to everyone. She knows who to share her feelings with because her emotions, Queen of Cups, is her power that she was born with, that she absolutely realizes is always with her. So Scorpio, with this 7 of Cups in reverse, it's, the Oracle is warning you to not limit yourself, to not think that you have no options except the one that you're in, because Spirit is talking to someone right now. Spirit is saying someone out here who's a Scorpio in Scorpio energy is thinking that they only have the one situation that they're in. And Spirit is sharing with you right now, you've got to trust your path. If something is blocking your path or someone is on your path attempting to divert you, they do not have power. That situation does not have power over you. Look at that. Mami Wata at the bottom of the deck. I think in this card, she is the High Priestess. And Scorpio, if there was any sign that I think connected with High Priestess, it would be you. I'm not sure if it's technically your sign, but when you come into that mystery, when you're okay with, thank you, Sage, when you are okay taking the path, even sometimes without your lantern, or sometimes going with just a small light into the dark, that's so Scorpionic. That is. And it is something here that the Oracle is saying to trust where you're going. You have the special powers. You already, Land of Oz, Dorothy, you already have the tools. You already have the resources. So it was never meant for you to hand any of that over or give power to anyone else in whatever situation you're in. I'm hearing for some of you, you may be on the verge of giving up. You may be on the verge of just sinking down back again into a state where you feel heavy again or depressed again. And Spirit is saying, lift your head up. Look, in fact, lift your head up, but I'm also hearing look at your feet. Because remember that movie? She looks down at her feet and she's actually had the ruby slippers the whole time. Those shoes were always on her feet. She was just, she was just distracted. And literally, for some of you, Spirit is saying there are people, energies, situations that are on your path to distract you from the path. And I'm hearing from Spirit right now, if the path wasn't worth taking, there would be no distractions. Trust me. If the path you were on was already wrong, why do people need to divert you from it? Why do situations need to crop up to distract you? That's because the path is so powerful. The path is so much in alignment with you, Scorpio. There's no way that you shouldn't be on it. And if there's something or a situation blocking that, I'm hearing from your guides, I'm hearing from this oracle. Take action. The shaman, it's interesting that the shaman showed up for you here, Scorpio, because what the shaman does is, if you are, or say the shaman's working with someone and they're ill, what the shaman does is says, let me dive into your unconscious. Let me dive into the dark underworld and let me go and check what's holding you back. What energy do you need to eradicate on your path? So for many of you, I'm just hearing this, you need to be in shaman energy. You need to go into your deep unconscious, meaning you need to look at some of your hidden behaviors. And there's work you can do, shadow work. Some people call it going to a therapist, other people call it, but you need to go deep within, go to talk to a coach, talk to a spiritualist, and figure out what inside of me is distracted. What inside of me doesn't 100% believe in my path? I'm going to tell you a quick story. A long time ago, years ago, I used to be part of this church called Science of Mind, and not Scientology, but Science of Mind. So these people believe that your mind absolutely has the power to create success for you, prosperity and abundance. And so one time, this church, they had a guest speaker, and the guest speaker came. He was I'm trying to remember his name. Oh, Michael Beckwith. I think he's a pretty well-known reverend of this very, I call it a very highly positive religious, practice. Anyway, when I heard him speak, he was still kind of growing his church. So it was years ago, right? Anyway, he said that he had this vision for growing his church, into like maybe a mega church. I don't quote me like on these terms. He wanted to grow the church, and he said he went to the church board, and he says they would have meeting after meeting about how they might do this and what ideas they were going to do. And he said in his speech, he goes, but I kept finding like we were never moving forward. We would come out with some ideas, and then we'd be like, okay, we'll talk about it next meeting. Okay, we'll talk about it the next meeting. And he says, finally, I stood up in this meeting with the board and I said, someone in here doesn't believe in the vision. And he goes, the reason I can tell is that we're not moving forward. And I know 100%, I checked in with myself, I believe in it. And so there's something about that story I always remembered him saying, because it was like a bold call out. Like, and spirit is connecting this right now for me to tell you, Scorpio, if you are around people and you are thinking you're getting their support, or maybe you need more support, there's something about making sure the people around you also support your vision, also support your path. And if it's not any people around you, then look within. Look within and make sure there's no hiccups, no loss of confidence somewhere, because this is what the shaman is pointing out you need to do. Go within, or search your path with a light, because the hermit goes into the dark, right, with the light, and seeks out what is the problem. And so that is what I have for you, Scorpio. That's very deep, but that's what the oracle is saying. There's something, a path you're on. That could be a new project. That could be moving. That could be a new job. That could be going into business for yourself. Whatever it is. That could be having a baby. Whatever it is, this new journey of yours, make sure that you are seeking out and understanding what might be blocking your path and fix it. All right. There you go, Scorpio. So, who is next? We've done all the water signs, and now we are going to Aries. Thank you, Sage. Let's go to Aries. Let me put that in. Da, da, da. How's everybody doing? This is my second live stream. It is still hot here, y'all. So I'm still glowing, as some folks told me the last time. I'm still glowing. But we are doing a special oracle message for you. I'm Kamara with the Black Dove Oracle. If you are just joining me, thank you for joining me and welcome, and would love to hear a hello from you in the comments. We're going through all the signs, and so now we are hitting the fire signs, and we're going with, hi, Anna. Thank you for stopping through. Thank you. Yeah, we are going through the fire signs next, and we're starting with Aries. Let me just shuffle these cards. We got through with the water signs, so if you're looking for those, you may have to scroll back. But thank you, everyone, for joining me. And let me just clear the air with a little Palo Santo spray. All right. So Aries, hey, Melinda, how are you? Thank you for joining me. Okay, we're on fire signs and we're looking at Aries. What does the oracle have? What oracle is trying to speak to you, Aries? Has a message for you, Aries. All right. Ooh, Mother of Water. Okay. So Mother of Water has a message for you, Aries. It's a brand new deck. The Secrets of the Oracle. Secrets of the Oracle. Very cool deck here. It says emotional self-care. Okay, let me pull some other cards so that we can see what this oracle, the Mother of Water, wants to talk to you about, Aries. Very interesting that you pulled up the element of water and you're a fire sign. So let's see. Something about emotions. Transitions. Another deep card. It says here, number 37, you all. You have all of the inner resources you need to cross whatever bridge arises on your path. Very similar to Scorpio, huh? But let's see. Not all of them are similar, but there's something about some transformation you're going through, Aries. But let me pick a few more cards. Ebb and flow. Ebb and flow. Okay. And let's pick a few tarot cards. What does the oracle have to say for Aries? Seven of Coins. Seven of Pentacles. So, Aries, there's something about your work lately. Maybe you've been really pushing it, working really hard. But, you know, I think that the oracle is pointing to you doing this because you really want to transform maybe your financial situation, or you may want to transform a particular career job that you're in. And so some of you, I'm hearing midnight oil. Some of you have been, take it where it resonates, but staying up late, working really hard on a project. Could be a project at work. And there's this idea that you're waiting for something to come into fruition. But there's something here that the Mother of Water wants you to know about taking care of yourself right now. Because you could, with that fiery energy, burn yourself out. And I think this is a warning of burnout. Maybe because you're trying to like do this in a very quick manner. You're like, if I could just push through, do this work, or complete this thing, complete all this paperwork. You know, it's reminding me, and Spirit's bringing up this memory for me. Have you ever had, because I'm pretty old, you all, so I've had a few careers, but have you ever had that one kind of job where you could just never catch up? Like there was just no way. It was humanly impossible to clear your deck, to read all your emails, because the job, it had so much funneling into you. It was probably one of those jobs, if you reflect back, if I reflected back on that job that I had, I can't even remember what it was, but it was a job where I was quite sure in the end it was for two people. But for some reason, you know, they only hired one, me, to do it. And I started to realize, because I had this drive inside of me to want to clear my desk, to want to complete all, to want to complete something, to have like a tangible completedness, I would push myself. I would start to go in work early, you know, like instead of going in at 8, I was showing up at 7, you know, staying till 6. It's that kind of thing that Spirit is saying to me right now, Aries, that some of you might be doing. That you know, pushing yourself beyond human limits. Some of you may be dealing with perfectionism. Some of you may have been even raised in families that really pushed hard when it came to school and education. You know, an A minus was not going to do it. It had to be an A plus, you know, like that kind of situation that really starts to train you, maybe even groom you for impossible task. It's almost like, Aries, you're being pointed to, yeah, look at this. We have a 2 of wands. It's like this situation where you can either choose yourself, and maybe some of you are seeing this way. Like, I either choose myself or I have to choose this job. And for some of you, I'm feeling like that feels like a no-win situation. If it's not work, there's something else that's pushing you, driving you to beyond your limits. And Spirit is saying here, you have the Page of Cups and you have the 3 of Pentacles. Yeah. You know, I'm just looking at the bottom of the deck here too. 6 of Pentacles. You have someone who wants to help you. You really do. And this person, you may say no because they're in Page of Cups energy, meaning they may not have all of the experience you have, but there's something about this person, this offering to come in and help you, because maybe they really want to learn. Maybe they genuinely like you and feel like you are at the top of your game. But there's something about the way that you're working. I think the people around you are seeing it. You have this 3 of Pentacles. People see that you work hard, Aries. But there's something about, and it's interesting that you have Mother of Water here, and then you have a Page of Cups, because Mother of Water is Queen of Cups, right? And then you have a Page of Cups. It's almost as the Mother of Water, your oracle, is telling me, I'm sending you someone. I sent you someone to help you. I sent someone to help you take a load off, Aries, so that you could take care of yourself, so that you could realize this transformation that you really want to happen. You have help around you, Aries. Help that Spirit is saying you need to take. It might even be, oh, I have it. Oh, I love this. You have King of Pentacles. I love this because guess who that is? It's someone who's kind of hiding behind Page energy, but it's actually a King of Pentacles. This is someone who's not trying to come in, Aries, and say, hey, I think you need help. This person understands maybe your pride, but they're like highly qualified to help you in some way. But they're coming in as a page of cups, meaning, oh, are you sure about staying late all this time? Like it's someone who's trying to come in a little sideways. But the King of Pentacles actually has all the skills to help you. And it may be someone that knows, Aries, that you might be intimidated by accepting their help. And so they're really trying to come in very respectful, very like slow, and just kind of like checking in with you. But this is a person who really sees that you could use some assistance. And here it is. I don't think, with the Sun card here, I don't think this person wants to air all of your business or anything like that. I think this person genuinely wants to help you, but wants to do it in a way, wants to offer it in a way, Aries, where you're okay accepting it. And so, yeah, your oracle is saying that it could, even in the long run, allow you some self-care, allow you, because there's something about the way that you're working that Spirit is even saying to me here, you may start to miss small things. And in missing small things, you could maybe snowball something that doesn't need to be snowballed. You know what I mean? You could, there's something here about being careful about overworking, that your work becomes sloppy. So that's what I have for you, Aries. Pretty deep, these messages. But yeah, that's what your oracle is saying. Allow someone to help you. Allow for yourself to be taken care of. And you're going to know this person because they're trying to come in looking like a page, but they're actually a king. Okay, regardless of gender. This is someone who's actually really experienced, who may even point out to you something that you're doing the long way. And they're like, oh, hey, if you just let me explain to you, this is a shortcut I figured out years ago. Something like that, Aries. All right. Let me know if it resonates, y'all. Thank you for joining me in this second live. Let's move on to Leo. There we go. How's everybody doing? Thank you for joining me for this second live that I'm doing. It's a oracle message, all signs. I'm Kamara with the Black Dove Oracle. And if you haven't joined me before, please consider liking this live. And please consider subscribing to my channel. Pretty much, it's a brand new channel, so I would love to have you in my community if you're not already there. Let me just shuffle these cards and change the energy for Leo is next. And how's everybody doing? Would love for you to say hello in the comments. I kind of wish it was like a back and forth kind of thing with the audience. I mean, the chat is like that, but it would be great to hear people's voices, I think, sometimes, Sometimes you feel like you're talking into the void. But thank you, Melinda. Thank you, Anna. Thank you, Sage. Thank you, Lindsay. I've really loved when people are chatting with me. Okay, so let's just shuffle a couple more times and go to Leo. Okay, Leo, what oracle wants to communicate with you? What oracle has a message for Leo? We're on fire signs right now, if you're just joining me. What oracle has a message for Leo? What oracle has a message for Leo? That came out right away. Mother God. It says here, miracles in motion. Mother God. Pretty deck. This is the Secrets of the Ancestors deck, if people want to know. Okay, so let's find out. What does Mother God have a message for Leo? What message does Mother God have a message for Leo? What message does Mother God have for Leo? Repair. It says here, making amends rather than fun times reveals a relationship's true constitution. And it has two older people sitting here knitting a huge blanket or quilt. Let's see what else. I'll pick all the cards and then we will figure out the message. What message does the Oracle have? Fire and rain. I showed up for another sign. But this time I think I get the meaning. Okay, let's get some tarot cards. What message does the Oracle have for Leo? Power. Which is the strength card in this deck. I think, Leo, what the Mother God is pointing out to you in this card is that your universe is important right now to see who's orbiting in your universe. That's how I'm hearing it. Who's orbiting? Who's in your system? Because there is a relationship here. One in which you've had to deal with a lot of power dynamics. One in which you were hoping there would be more collaboration. But the energy is very much that of fire and rain. You know, the elements of fire and water, when they come together in on the natural plane, those are the energies that create brand new islands. Fire and water, the eruption of a volcano and that lava falling into the ocean creates new lands, creates new places, to new habitats. So there's something here about you needing to create new ground with someone, because there is a power dynamic in an important relationship to you. And maybe for some of you, because I look at the strength card and I think Leo right away, so I don't think it's a mistake. You see the lion here. Sorry about this like light here. Try to get it more of a glare off of it. I want to get one more card, Leo, because I can't tell if you want the power or you're giving it away. Oh, Five of Swords. So I think here, if it is you, because Spirit is showing two situations, Leo. There's a situation where you should be using your power a little bit more to quote unquote take control of a situation, to, and I'm hearing from Spirit right now, I'm kind of hearing the channeled message is, it's not so much that you're taking control of the situation, but in a way you are instituting some kind of leadership where it's actually needed in a situation. This is going to be very specific, but I'm hearing it for someone. You may have a teenager. Someone has a teenager that they're trying to parent. And that teenager, you know, we've all been teenagers before. Maybe someone who's watching this right now is a teenager. But it's like, you know, when you're in that teenage year, there's a way in which you really want to realize your power. You can feel it. You could feel that adulthood on your back, right? For some of us, we didn't ever really grow up. I was talking to a friend about this last month. I go, did you ever feel like when you were a child, you really didn't like being a child? You really didn't like that role, being dependent, being a minor. And so I think it's some of those kids with that kind of personality. I for sure had it, that always wanted to be grown. You know, your parents were always like, you just want to be grown. You just want to be an adult. And there's this sense of like, for you, Leo, you're in some kind of situation where you're trying to give someone a little independence, but at the same time, you need to take control. And that is the secret to parenting any kind of teenager, is knowing when to give a little independence and when to always show up as the authority. You know, it's a careful balance. And whether or not you have a teenager, Leo, there's a situation. It could be at work, could be with another family member, could be with a partner, of exercising your power in a way that shows a delicate sense of being a leader, but also offering someone opportunities to be independent. Now, that's one way that I'm hearing this. The other way is that, Leo, if you are in a position where you really need to step up, that someone is practicing a power dynamic over you, that you need to kind of step into your own power and become your own authority. So those are the two ways that I'm seeing the message from the oracle. Yeah, for many of you, Three of Cups in reverse, this might be about friendships even, because, you know, all of us sometimes will have a friend that depends on us a little bit more than maybe the relationship is calling for. Maybe you've had a friend that's really leaned on you a lot lately, Leo. But there's a way in which spirit keeps pointing you to the miracles in motion. Like maybe this person can exercise more power in their life. Maybe this person can work more collaboratively with you if this is a partnership. Maybe your wife, your husband, your partner really could, you know, pull up from their bootstraps kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they actually could do something that maybe in their mind they're thinking they can't do. There's something like that, Leo. Anything else, Spirit? Yeah, it's a juggling two of pentacles. It's almost like you're juggling, how do I balance this out? I'm surprised temperance hasn't come up, but there's like this balancing act you're trying to do. And your oracle is saying with the 10 of wands, I believe, 10 of wands, it's putting a lot of stress on you. It's putting a lot of work on you for some of you, because you're not in a collaboration. You're not in a partnership for real. You know what I mean? There's partnership where, yeah, people assume that role. And then there's partnership where your partner is actually working with you. You know, like there's that reciprocity happening. And so there's something there. You know, take it where your situation resonates. But you are definitely being called to take control. And Spirit says you may not like that word, but that's really what you need to do, is take control of a situation, even if you plan on giving someone a little bit more independence. Set the structure, set the boundary. Some people, and I'll go back to the teenager sample, some teens need to know the guardrail is there. The guardrail is there. Go and, you know, hop on the bike or hop in the bumper cart, and the guardrail is there, meaning I'm your parent, or I'm your partner, or I'm your friend or your cousin or your daughter, or you know what I mean? The guardrail is there. Like, I'm going to guide you. But right now, maybe for some of you, you've kind of just done this hands-off thing, which isn't quite working. You know, take it where it resonates. So Spirit is just saying here, Leo, get back in your energy. Your energy is that of the royal lion. And you know that strength card, you know, you're holding open the jaws because there's guidance that has to happen. And it's coming from your end. Some kind of guidance, some kind of leadership. Anna, let me know if that resonates. But that's really what this oracle is pointing to. Yeah. The rites card, it's like there's a rites of passage. Especially, I keep feeling someone's a parent here. It doesn't have to be a teenager. It could be a younger child too, but you know, development. And there's something here about allowing your child to grow and develop, but at the same time, giving them that backing of your leadership, of your power, and apply that to whatever situation you need to. But Leo, that is what I have for you. That is what the oracle is communicating. Taking back your power. Instituting boundaries where needed. Even your expertise, I'm hearing. Okay. So let's go to Sagittarius. And let me know if that resonated for any of the Leos. Let's go to Sagittarius. Okay. And let me just shuffle the cards really quick. Hello, everyone. I'm Kamara with the Black Dove Oracle. It's so great to be here on my second live stream. I didn't know if I was going to do it today. And I was like, let me just do it. Let me just get in the habit of doing some live streams because, one, I enjoy them. It's really cool to talk to folks and connect with folks and read for folks. And, you know, I think it's just like a bit of nervousness I want to slowly get over. And I really do enjoy the readings. So if you're new here, please consider subscribing to my channel. It's a brand new channel. And if you are a subscriber, thank you so much for supporting my brand new channel. I really appreciate it. That's how these lives are possible now because I've gotten qualified to do lives. So I appreciate it so much. Okay, we're on Sagittarius. So let's go. And then I'll be the last of the fire signs. And I think next we will have the earth signs. So what oracle is trying to communicate to you, Sagittarius? How are you? The creature of speed. Another sign got this. Creature of air, rather. And it says speed underneath. So I believe that is the Knight of Swords. That is the energy that wants to communicate to you. So something about some kind of action, but let's get all the oracle cards out first. So what does the Knight of Swords have to say to Sagittarius? Spirit self. It says here, be who you are as you are. The gathering. I think I remember what the other sign was when they picked up this card. It was about practicing, it might have been Cancer, practicing discernment around meeting people, you know, because you might meet someone's coming in hot and heavy. Let's see. Hoodoo man. Let me make sure who Hoodoo man is. We have the moon at the bottom of the deck. This deck I don't use as often. So I want to find out and make sure that Hoodoo Man is who I think they are. Yeah, the Emperor. So Sagittarius, and then you have the moon at the bottom of the deck. Very interesting. Sagittarius, your oracle is saying here that in a relationship, because I'm seeing it with some kind of Emperor energy. It's something about this relationship and your community and the public. You might meet this person. If you haven't met this person, you might meet them soon. And it's going to feel like a fast connection. But there's something that your oracle wants you to pay attention to, especially when it says the gathering. I think I have a thing, but let me just pick a couple more cards. I think I have a idea of what that is. Yeah, we get the moon again, shadows. So your oracle, Sagittarius, is saying that you may meet someone soon. Maybe through some people you know. It might be at a party. It might be at some kind of gathering. Wherever you're meeting this person, it's going to be someone who really stands out. The Emperor energy, regardless of gender, stands out. This is someone you see across the room and you're like, whoa, who's that? And they carry their power with them. They attract a lot of people. So when you probably see this person or meet this person, they're already going to be surrounded by people. They have like a little bit of an entourage, you know what I'm saying? And there may be something inside of you, your oracle is saying, that wants to kind of put on a different face for this person. But you are being told, this is going to sound like weird advice, but you are being told, my Sagittarius, to remain more mysterious, to not give all of your information. And when I say information, not to show all of your cards first to this Emperor. Wise Spirit, because shadows came up twice. And I know some people might say, oh, well, you know, I would interpret this as this Emperor may have something to hide. That's a possibility for a small group of you, but you know, I'm hearing the oracle say, be careful about going too fast with this person. And going too fast for you, Sagittarius, might mean showing them all of who you are, finding yourself telling them your life story, or sharing some vital parts of yourself too soon. Not saying to hide yourself. That's what the oracle is saying. Not saying to hide yourself, but saying that really in a strategic way, you would be more attractive to this person if you allowed them to work for your relationship. Now, you know, you can attack me in the comments if you want to, but that's what I'm hearing your oracle say. An Emperor is, see, they're going to show up as Knight of Wands energy. Look, that just came out right way. Right when I was getting ready to say something. You know, Spirit was like, they're going to show up as a Knight of Wands energy. Knight of Wands is a little, you know, they're good looking. They're very passionate. They may come on to you. They may have this like, ooh, love at first kind of sight kind of energy happening. But they're actually an Emperor. And so you've got to know the difference between an Emperor and a Knight. And often when an Emperor is not very serious, they will come across as a Knight of Wands in romantic situations. Meaning I'm not really trying to have a relationship right now. I'm just kind of dating. And when an emperor dates, there's just a lot of people. You will be at this party and talking to this emperor, and you will see people try to come up and hijack the conversation. And this is one of those places, your oracle is telling me, where you can kind of become a little, I don't know, you could become a little, you could lose your confidence a little bit around this person, because they probably tend to attract really high, how do I want to say this? Because I believe whoever you are, Sagittarius, you most definitely are matching energy with this emperor. You're probably an empress, or whatever the energy is. You're matching this person. They wouldn't be attracted to you otherwise. But you've also got to understand, they probably have 10 other people who are coming in. Yeah, Anna. They have 10 other people coming in who are like, these are people who look good on paper. They're the lawyer, the doctor. They're the high scholar. They come in, they're talking about all the things they're doing. And you might be like, oh, or, they're coming in with a 6-pack, or they're coming in with, looking like they just climbed Mount Everest and they just got back, like these people are rolling around this emperor. And it doesn't mean you haven't done any of these kinds of great things in your life. But I just feel, Sagittarius, and this is what your oracle is saying, your energy is different, which is why this emperor is attracted to you. And you've got to stay in that energy, though. Don't go and try to match all the people who are trying to attract this emperor, because that emperor is not interested ultimately in any of the things that they're doing, screaming from the top of their resume. This emperor, when they talk to you, there's something about the way that you communicate that doesn't make it sound like you're doing a pick me. You're just naturally in your energy with them. And so your advice from your oracle is to stay there. Let them ask you out a few times to find out more about you. Share things as appropriate, but let them, and some people may not like that I'm saying this, but hey, let them work for your love. I'm hearing that new wave song. I'm dating myself. Work for love. Work for love. And that's how it should be. Like, someone should really, Sagittarius, feel like there's a challenge in getting to know you. There's a challenge, a beautiful challenge, not a hard challenge, not an unnecessarily difficult road to get to know you, but a challenge in, let me get more of that person. You know that rule we used to have back in the day for those people who used to go to the clubs? Leave before 2:00. Leave before the lights come on. Let people miss you. Let people want to talk to you again. There's an art to this. Put it in the comments if you understand what I'm saying. There's an art to letting people get to know you and feel like there's an energy there of wanting that. But when you put everything out on the table, right within the first few hours of meeting them, what mystery is left? What mystery is left? I might be telling on people's secrets right now, but for real, Sagittarius, stay in your mystery. That is what your oracle is saying. All right. Let me know if that resonates for you, Sagittarius, or anyone. Remember, you could check your sun, your moon, your rising, your Venus. But Sagittarius, I should have charged for that kind of information from the Oracle. That's dating information. But I think in the end, you know, your Oracle is really saying seriously, Sagittarius, to not also forget you've got your own attractiveness. And there's a reason why this person has their eye on you and wants to get to know you. Okay? Don't forget that. As you have all of the beauty queens and kings and things coming to introduce themselves to your emperor. It's your emperor. All right. Let's go to the earth signs. It looks like the earth signs are next. Taurus. We're going to go to Taurus. Let me put it on Taurus. Hi, everyone. It's Kamara with the Black Dove Oracle. I'm doing my second live stream. And, you know, it's getting easier. I'm just, you know, trying to rip off the Band-Aid on doing some of these things. And I had a little time. And thank you, Anna. Yeah, it is a practice, right? To allow for your mystery to be a part of people getting to know you. You know, it's a practice. Okay, so we have Taurus. Let me spray some Palo Santo, shift the energy a little bit. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. Thank you for keeping me company here. So we're going to the earth signs, and then after the earth signs are the air signs. So if you're not looking for earth or air, you may have to like rewind back because I was doing it in the elements. So we are now on Taurus. Taurus. How are you? Shuffle one more time. Okay, Taurus. What oracle has a message for you? What oracle has a message for Taurus? What oracle has a message for Taurus? Ooh, a lot of cards. What oracle has a message for Taurus? Ah, very beautiful. The Huntress. It says soul awakening. Okay, let me pick the rest of the oracle cards. Let's see what the Huntress has for you, Taurus. What does the Huntress want to communicate to Taurus? Please take a moment to like this live if you like it, or subscribe to my brand new channel. I appreciate it. Thank you for your support. What message does the Huntress have for Taurus? Radical honesty. I love this card. It says here, to believe in the facade is to suffocate in the armor of alienation, self-defeat, and self-denial. When you see this card, it's really speaking to someone who's put on a lot of armor to kind of shield themselves from wounds, right? And then you have soul awakening. Let me pull the rest of the cards before I say any more. Taurus. What message does the Oracle have for Taurus? What message does the Oracle have for Taurus? The Rising. That's like the Strength card here. See the Lion? Okay. Let's get some tarot cards. We have Hoodoo Man, which is the Emperor in this deck. We have the Two of Cups. Very interesting. And the Five of Cups. I think this is another relationship reading. I wanted to get one more card. Yeah, Queen of Cups. You know, take it where it resonates. Some of you might already be in the Emperor energy, and this might mean something about your relationship with a Queen of Cups, or vice versa. You're in Queen of Cups energy, and you might be in a relationship or, you know, some kind of energy exchange with an Emperor. I'm going to say here with the soul awakening and with the Emperor and this Queen showing up, Taurus, as well as the Strength card. There's something inside of you, Taurus. And this is for people who might be currently in a relationship or they've just entered the beginning of a relationship. It could be even the dating phase, or like you really just met someone, or you've kind of been in the beginning of a relationship. You know, like you're at that point where it might be deepening, or it may be coming to that point where you have to decide, are you going to be vulnerable? Are you going to take off your armor for this person? Armor meaning, are you going to share something, more emotions with this person, your feelings with this person? There always comes that point in the dating phase or the relationship phase where the relationship can just continue to skim the top and never go anywhere, never get any deeper. Or there's a moment where both partners, one or both, can start to be more vulnerable, can start to share more about who they are, their life's journey, the things that have given them scars. Because quite literally in this card, Taurus is that figure that has to literally take off all of this armor that they've put on over the years so that someone can truly see who's underneath. I don't know why Spirit is showing me that scene in remember Darth Vader and who's his son? I don't know why. Luke. Remember when Luke had to fight Darth Vader and finally knocked off his mask and saw who was underneath there? Scarred, haggard. I'm not saying this is necessarily you, Taurus, but it could be. You're going to have to take it where it resonates, because the oracle is saying this could be you having to reveal who you are, scars and all, or it could be the person you're with. Because here is what we have about the relationship. It's in a Two of Cups. So Two of Cups to me, with a Five of Cups coming right after that, is saying someone is feeling potentially disappointed in the relationship. It's there, it's in that phase, but someone is feeling like, am I getting to know this person? Does this person trust me? Because I feel like we're not going deep. I feel like we're just staying and hovering on the surface. How are you today? Oh, I was doing well. How was work? That was fine. Hopefully it's not that bad. But you know what I'm saying? Like the dates are turning into ho hum, like you're trying to share something and the person's not reaching you, or this person might be walled off emotionally, or it could be you, Taurus. So take it where it resonates, like I said. But the Huntress showed up for you, saying soul awakening. And then it's interesting because the number is 20, which breaks down to 2. And Two of Cups is here too. Like, you know, you're at a point, your oracle is saying, where you have to decide, can I risk an investment here, because everything is pointing to the fact that you have to step it up, you or that person. If this is about another person that you're dating, Taurus, your oracle is saying you may need to start to communicate that this is where you're at in the relationship. Like, you need more from this person. If not, you're going to feel so sad when you're in a 5 of Cups kind of energy and having to walk away. Now, if it's vice versa, I got to let you know, Taurus, your oracle is saying you really got to open up. Okay, Anna, that sun in Taurus. It's like, earth signs, they get a little bit of a bad rap because there might be a little holding on the emotions, on the feelings. But, all I'm seeing here is that this relationship is teetering. And you may lose out on something that's potentially a real good thing for you. Or they might. Yeah, look at that. Spirit, don't be joking. It fell out right away when I started. 7 of Pentacles. It's like, someone is waiting. They planted all they can plant in the relationship. They put all the seeds in the soil, so to speak. And they're waiting for the other person or the relationship itself to start to take root, to start to feel like that energy exchange is becoming something viable, sustainable. So, what your oracle is saying here, Taurus, is that there's a huge possibility. You've got the High Priestess here. There's a huge possibility of staying in High Priestess energy. It's really funny because was that just who was that? Sagittarius that had to remain more mysterious? You're getting the opposite reading. Don't stay in the mystery. Show more of who you are, Taurus. You share more of your emotions, your feelings. It doesn't mean trauma dump. It just means share more about who you are, how you feel, places where you occasionally have some doubts. Maybe you're just even sharing with this person, wow, I've really enjoyed our time together. And sometimes I wonder if we can get to know each other even more. I feel like I yearn to know more about you. You could say that to somebody and they'd be like, wait, what? Okay. And vice versa. Allowing yourself to be a little bit more vulnerable, Taurus. Your oracle is saying you will find that you stay out of this 5 of Cups situation. 5 of Cups means, there's a potential for loss and sadness around that. But the figure always has a few more cups that you see in this card. There's still a couple of cups here that are secure, and you can work with that energy. In this case, your oracle is saying, work with that. There's so much about you. I'm seeing in the rising card, Taurus, there's so much about you that maybe because the rising card is kind of like Leo energy. So Taurus, you may kind of hang back and do a lot of behind the scenes. You're used to that behind the scenes success. But this person wants to know, who are you? What drives you? What sparks inspiration in you? And if it's vice versa, you know how to take it. You want to know that about this person. Why do they get up in the morning and go to work? Why did they choose the work they chose? What makes them want to live where they're living? Like, you want to know those things. And it's just curiosity. You'll be surprised. I do couples therapy. And sometimes what ends a relationship is a lack of curiosity. Thinking you already know your partner or there's nothing else new to know. But there is. People are complex. In many ways, they are complex. So, Taurus, that is your reading. Let me know if it resonates. But that's it. You got the direct opposite. One sign is being told stay in the mystery. The other one is get out the mystery. So, that's spirit for you. Okay, Capricorn. Let's go to Capricorn. And hello, everybody. This is Kamara with the Black Dove Oracle. Thank you for joining me on my second live stream. Are these live streams becoming long, huh? I think I talk more on these live streams. So I'll definitely put timestamps in, okay? So that you don't have to wait. But give me a few minutes after I end this to put the timestamps up, unless people are jotting those down for me. But yeah, we're going to go now to Capricorn. Okay. Let me just finish shuffling the cards a little bit. Thank you for joining me. If you're a subscriber, if you're brand new to my channel or listening to the recording, please consider subscribing to the channel. It's a way that I want to grow this new place, this new community. And yeah, welcome. All right, we're heading into Capricorn now. I'm just shuffling the cards a little bit, moving around the energy. Okay. And we're going to find out what oracle, first of all, has a message for Capricorn. Okay. What oracle has a message for Capricorn? What oracle has a message for Capricorn? Root of air. It says explore. Root of air. And let me pick an oracle card. What does root of air? It's almost like a two of swords. Couple. Interesting. Lantern. That came up in another reading. It's almost like hermit energy. Okay. It says consciousness is light. Root of air, explore. Let's pick another oracle card. Oh, we have two here. Oh, this one I have to cover with my fingers. Smoke screen and cosmic thread. We have number 33 on your oracle card, Capricorn. If you Taurus, we'll pick a couple of tarot cards now. Ooh, okay. Let me put that back. Okay. So Capricorn, root of air, the lantern, smoke screens, cosmic thread. You have the High Priestess. And you have the Six of Pentacles. So, Capricorn, I think there's something about your logic and staying in that place. But it's also a call for you to dive into places that are a little bit more unfamiliar. Kind of like Taurus, diving into their feelings. But for you, Capricorn, it's about diving into your unconscious, because you have this priestess, high priestess card. But you know what it is at risk of you. How do I say this? It's at risk of you losing what you feel is your outward success. And let me frame this. I would say, Capricorn, you have been feeling lately a call towards the mystical, a call towards, and it doesn't mean necessarily, for some of you, it could be psychic work or mediumship, but really it could just be interest in astrology. It could be interest in learning more about your sign or something. Like it feels like you have a call, but for some of you it's more serious. Like you have a call maybe to learn Reiki, but you also might be in a particular business sector that is very conservative or very conventional. And so, Capricorn, there's a way in which you may be tempted. Do I have to cover more? You may be tempted to kind of hide these parts of you, to really go in the hermit here could also be going into the dark to explore some things that they don't want other people to know they're exploring. That could also be the hermit energy sometimes. It's like, oh, let me just check out this, this class over here, but I don't want to run into any of my colleagues, And it could mean for some of you, take it where it resonates, where you're at in this journey. Some of you may be getting more and more in touch with the spiritual aspects of yourself. And you're starting to realize, even in the work that you do, that conservative company you work for, or that conservative position you have, you're starting to bring in the mystical even into the work that you do. You may be finding yourself using your intuition more at work when you're making decisions, and people are like, wow, how did you come up with that? I mean, I didn't see that in a report somewhere. And you're going to be like, because I think what's starting to happen is that your spiritual abilities, if we want to call them that, your gut, your intuition, you're trusting it so much that it's starting to come online in every aspect of your life. And it's almost as if you're not sure how to trust this. You're not sure how these two worlds of yours fit together. And your oracle is calling for you to explore. Explore more of that life. Explore putting those two worlds together more, and not fearing that you're going to appear fluffy, new agey. I don't know any of the terms that people might use in some of these environments. They're saying allow for yourself, because there's a 10 of cups in this outcome for you, meaning you're going to realize a beautiful cycle in who you are, Capricorn. If you continue to explore what it's like to put these two worlds together, they may not fit exactly at first, because you're still discovering who you are. You still are figuring out, okay, I do like tarot, but I'm also an accountant. Like, I don't think the two are going to fit together, and it's okay. Your oracle is saying that's okay too. But to not shut down that part of yourself because you believe it's unprofessional, or you could be perceived as being, quote unquote, I don't want to be ableist or anything like that, but just crazy, or like there's something there where your oracle is saying, if you keep putting that power back into your conventional world, you're going to find where they overlap. You're going to find where they fit. And it's going to help you realize a real, I don't know, a balance for yourself that maybe you haven't felt until you started to practice this way, Capricorn. You know? And to not hide some of these beautiful things you're doing. Someone out there, I don't know why I keep hearing astrology. Maybe you're learning astrology right now. You're learning about the signs. You're learning how to read charts. And that is very scientific. So, Capricorn, for some of you, you may indulge in some things that might feel a little new agey, but they're actually just sciencey enough for you where you could put some of that logic into it. Do you get what I'm saying? So that is what your oracle is saying, Capricorn, that you can put these two worlds together and give it a whirl, give it a try, and not to demonize some of the things that you like just because they don't fit with conventional ways of thinking. You will be surprised, I'm hearing, when you find out some of your colleagues also dabble in astrology or also dabble in Reiki, or you know what I mean? Like your guides are saying that too. You're going to be surprised when you figure out just who has the same interest as you. So that's what I have for you, Capricorn. That's very interesting. Let me know in the comments, even if you're watching the recording, what you are working on. What are your two contrasting interests? I said accounting and astrology, but it could be anything, right? You could be dabbling into your arts, whatever it is. But Spirit is saying here, your oracle is saying, allow for those two worlds to merge. Okay, so who's next? Virgo. We have Virgo next, and let me change that up. Let's go to Virgo. Okay. So welcome, everyone. This is Kamara with the Black Dove Oracle. Ooh, I'm hot. It is hot here in the desert, coming to you from the desert. Let me spray a little Palo Santo. And we are asking about what your oracle has a message for. Now, I'm pulling the oracle card first because we want to know who's trying to talk to you, Virgo. And then we will dive into some other oracle cards and some tarot cards. Welcome to my channel. If you're brand new, I'm Kamara with the Black Dove Oracle. This is my second podcast, second live stream. And so it's been fun. It's been interesting. Okay, Virgo. Altar of fire. It says good juju. Altar of fire. Let's go to, so this altar of fire has a message for you, Virgo. Let's see what the message is. Altar of fire. Thank you for joining me, everyone. Please say hi in the comments if you're watching and you feel like you want to connect. Thank you for watching. Okay, you got two cards here, Virgo. Emotional energy. It says here, emotions are messengers to be met with appropriate attention, action, and gratitude. And the second card you have, interesting, it came in reverse, presence of absence. You see a person kind of looking down at different pictures, and there's a picture in the background. It says, hold what is absence in the presence of your love. So Virgo, there is definitely something about emotions and feelings. Let's pick some other oracle cards before I share what you have. Lost domain. Very interesting. And get some tarot cards, Virgo. Oh, that's beautiful, Anna. Thank you for sharing that. I'm so glad that oh, he did. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you so much. That's really beautiful. I'm glad that kind of synchronicity happened with that. Okay. And then you have equalize, Virgo. Let me look something up really quick with equalize. This deck is, yeah, it's judgment. So the judgment card here, Virgo. You know, and this might be very specific for some of you. Let me look at the bottom of the deck too. Got the moon card at the bottom of the deck in reverse. Some of you, Virgo, might be really dealing with some kind of loss lately. And it could be on a spectrum. It could be a loss of a person in your life. And sorry for that if you are in a grieving bereavement situation. It could be a loss of a relationship for some of you. And it's putting you maybe in a feeling of focusing on the loss. Like that might be a part of your grieving process right now. It's just ruminating, maybe even just a lot of memories on what used to be, on everything that feels like a lost domain for you, even. But your oracle is also bringing up the idea of judgment. And when you look at that traditional card, right, there's this angel blowing a trumpet, and the spirits are rising out of the coffins, rising out of their graves. And judgment card is interesting because people could take that literally, like you have some decision to make. And maybe here, Virgo, you do in some way. But I keep feeling like judgment and this altar, they're really speaking to me right now about how do you begin to transmute, and I'm using that word specifically, transmute some of your grief so that you understand that even in loss, you have gained something. You have gained memories, you have gained lessons. If this is about the end of a relationship of any kind, platonic, romantic, even business partnership, this is about what did I learn from all of this? Yes, it was painful. Yes, it broke my heart in a million ways. But what did I also gain from this? And your oracle is saying that you are ready to put that pain on your altar. This is specific for someone who has that practice. It is you are ready to put that experience on your altar. Now, symbolically, it could also mean, because you could take it literally, and if you have an altar, do as your practice. But symbolically, what I'm hearing the oracle say is when we put things on the altar, we make them sacred. Even our pain, even our loss. For some of you, if you've lost a person recently, someone dear to you, it may be time to make an altar for them, to put them on the altar and honor that sacred relationship that you had, even as simple as bringing them fresh flowers, lighting a candle. That's one aspect of it, Virgo. The other one is to take whatever loss you have experienced loss of a relationship, and begin to look at how sacred it was in certain ways and what you will take with you even into the future. Because that's the presence of the absence. That's staying in your energy of love, even through difficulties. A long time ago, I experienced a divorce, and it was so hard to tease apart the end of the relationship, which was very chaotic and, emotional, and to look at the entire relationship and really begin to see what were some of the good points? What were some of the good experiences? What are some of the things I will forever take with me? And what are some of the things that forever changed me? Things that now, if I went into a new relationship, my next relationship, I would know how to hold certain things differently. And I think, Virgo, for you, this is about that emotional maturity, because an emotional maturity just allows you to take flight, allows you to understand and realize there's maturity there too. It wasn't an entirely bad, unless it really was. I mean, some of us have had relationships that were just bad from soup to nuts, you know what I mean? But usually, depending on the relationship, there were things, reasons why you were attracted to that person. Things that you did in the very beginning of the relationship that felt good and nurturing. Maybe the relationship didn't end that way, but it had some of those aspects. And I think that your oracle is saying it's time to use the altar, either symbolically or figuratively. It's time to connect with what was sacred and what sacredness you'll take from it. For some of you, Spirit may be telling you right now, you have a Knight of Swords, to just slow down. Slow down on trying to get justice, I'm hearing. Slow down on trying to tell your part of the story. This is only in the cases of a breakup. But if it's about a true loss, true grieving, it may be time for you to move, to allow yourself to go out with friends, to meet people for a cup of tea, take yourself to a movie. It's time for you to begin to shift your energy a little bit, and really to give. If this is about bereavement or loss, no one can tell you when's the perfect time for anything, so don't take this as that. But more of the oracle is saying to realize this will not be the entire journey of your sorrow. It's not the entire journey. At some point, you can allow yourself to be in joy again. At some point, whenever the time is right for you. We all grieve differently, but for some of you, your oracle is pointing to a place of like allowing yourself to move beyond the current situation, even small steps, just making a phone call to a friend, allowing someone to come by and cook for you, or, so you all have your own, take it where it resonates, situation. It could mean, if it's a breakup, going out with friends and going out dancing a little bit. And, it doesn't have to mean that you're trying to jump back into another relationship. It just means you're trying to get your life back, Virgo, on all levels. You are being called, 7 of Pentacles here, to reinvest in yourself, reinvest in life, to your ability. Okay. That was a little bit more deeper, but you know, that's what I have for you, Virgo, in terms of your oracle message. Remember, you can check your sun, your rising, your moon sign, your Venus, your Jupiter. You could check all the different signs. We have a multitude of signs and energies. And so it's not just your sun sign. But thank you, my Virgo. And I hope that you lift up, feel better. Okay. Reach out for support if that was a resonating reading. Okay, who are we going to next? The air signs. We have Aquarius next. And let me change that. Ooh. Aquarius. Okay, there we go. And hello, everyone. I'm Kamara with the Black Dove Oracle. This is my second live stream. I think I'm going pretty long on some of these readings, but you know, this is the last few signs. We're starting with the air signs now. So we're in Aquarius, and I'm just reshuffling the cards here. Welcome, everyone. If you are a subscriber, thank you so much for the support of my brand new channel. It allowed me to be able to start doing lives. So let me know how you like my live formats. And I will put timestamps in if you've missed some of your signs. It just takes me a moment to do that. But, you know, I will put timestamps in, and we are going to Aquarius. I'm just shuffling the cards a little bit, changing the energy, and say hello in the comments if you wish. I really love that I have folks watching while I'm actually filming. Let's just put a little Palo Santo here. Change the energy. Okay. So, Aquarius. What oracle is trying to communicate with you right now? I have this ancestor oracle. I think that's what it's called. This brand new deck. Ooh, Father of Air. King of Swords, leadership. Okay. And what does this King of Swords want to communicate to you, Aquarius? What do they want to communicate to you? We're going to pick all of the oracle cards first. And then, Okay. You have false beliefs. It says here, once the untruths that we believe about ourselves are illuminated, so are the ways that we can release the false limitations they confine us to. And then we have radical honesty here. It came in reverse. So it says here, to believe in the facade is to suffocate in the armor of alienation, self-defeat, and self-denial. Okay, let's pick some other cards, Aquarius, before I say anything about what your oracle is communicating. So we have the King of Swords, leadership, false beliefs, radical honesty, and for Aquarius, the rising. Some of these cards came out for another sign as well. Maybe that's your rising sign, your moon sign. We have rights. Let me look up rights really quick. This deck is new to me. Okay, it's the Hermit. So you have the rights card. I think Aquarius, what I see here, what the oracle is saying, is that you You've had some kind of challenge to your authority. I don't know if that happened at work. I don't know if that happened in a family situation or a partnership. And it may have put you a little bit off kilter. I think you're used to being very thoughtful. That King of Swords energy means you're used to being very thoughtful, but you're also used to using your intellect when it comes to making decisions. And some of your decision, the way that you make decisions isn't always obvious to people because you're using your intellect, but you're also remaining in very innovative thinking. So you like to leave room for that. You like to make decisions where there's room for expansion, where there's room for different thoughts, different ways of doing things. And I think there was a decision you may have made. This might get specific for someone, Aquarius, but there may have been some decision you made recently that others felt wasn't quite the way to go. You could have even been criticized for it. In some cases, I'm hearing you could have had some kind of outcome at work, meaning you might have lost a job. That's very specific for someone. Or you might have lost some kind of footing in your leadership. Like maybe if you worked for, this is just an example, you all, but if you worked for an organization that was like a nonprofit or something, maybe the board was like, I don't know if you need to, continue with this leadership role as a result of some decision you made about your leadership. There's a way, and take it where it resonates, you all. Aquarius, you used your leadership position to make maybe an unconventional decision. And again, it doesn't only have to be work. You could have made an unconventional decision around how you parent, or, allowing your child to do something that maybe other parents would be like, I don't know if I would have allowed that. Like there was something, and maybe your child ended up getting in trouble, or, these are all examples. But I'm trying to say it's a situation in which you may have taken a chance, Aquarius. Chance on someone, a chance on the situation, and it didn't quite turn out the way you wanted to turn out. It may have ended up even kind of wounding, I'm hearing for some of you, your ego a little bit. It may have kind of had you criticizing yourself, just internal criticism. But Spirit is saying here, that's a part of being a leader. Part of being a leader is you will take some risk, because a good leader is going to take risk. A good leader is going to think outside the box. And nowadays, you have companies and organizations telling you, no, we need someone who's just going to be very predictable and all that. No, that is not a good leader. That's not someone who's going to take an organization or a company to the next level. Now, Spirit is also saying here, your oracle is also saying here, you could have just been in the wrong organization or company for the time and the growth period that they're in. Like I'm getting, Aquarius, you are a highly innovative leader. But Spirit is saying here, your oracle is saying here, you may need to just go within. Start to figure out in an internal way what happened in this situation. Because your guides are saying, your oracle is saying, this is not 100% about you. This is about you being in the right place at the right time. And somehow, some of you, let me know if any of this is resonating for some of you, Aquarius. But for some of you, you just weren't in the right environment. An environment that could utilize your skills, that could utilize your vision. And so what ended up happening was, you were punished for your vision. You were punished for taking a risk. But your guides are saying here, that's not all of who you are. Because this is not, I guess they're trying to have you shift away from seeing something as a failure or seeing something as, yeah, they want you to get back. Am I still here for you all? Yeah, it felt like it kind of stopped. They want you to get back in your Queen of Wands energy. They want you to warrior up, to start to take, once you go within, warrior up, take action, begin to understand that life is full of risk. Some of these risks will pan out, sometimes they won't. Look, you've got 9 of Swords here. Your oracle is saying, in a way, you're kind of punishing yourself, or you may feel like you were betrayed because of the outcome, especially if someone got fired or lost their position. But they're saying that you really have to understand who you are as a leader, who you are as your inner authority. Don't allow for situations that couldn't really keep up with your style of leadership. And, some people might say, oh, that might, I don't want to appear narcissistic about this, but no, you actually have a particular style of leadership that requires a certain fit. That's what I'm hearing from your oracle. And you can't waste it on places that want you to remain small. You can't waste that kind of knowledge and experience on a place that wants safety and no growth. They might have been humming a different tune when they were interviewing you. I'm just hearing this for someone, and that this is a work situation. They may have hummed a different tune when they looked at your resume. They were like, oh my God, we really love all the things you've done. They didn't realize what you've done in the past came with the kind of risk you're willing to take to promote growth, to inspire growth. So for many of you, your guides are saying here, wrong place. Not you. The place was wrong. The relationship was wrong. The organization was wrong. Whoever it was, they liked the look of you, but they didn't understand the fullness of who you were, who they were actually getting. And this will turn out, your oracle is saying, this will turn out to be a very important lesson to you. Because maybe I'm hearing this just as a channeled message. For some of you, you're at that point in your career where you can no longer be the kind of leader that kind of just adjusts their style for the organization. That's not you anymore. You come with your own set of experiences and qualifications. You need to start focusing on environments that truly fit who you are, not the reverse, you fitting yourself into something. Do you get what I'm saying? Put it in the comments if you do, because this is a level up. But sometimes the level up, it comes with a little hiccup because spirit is wanting you to see, no, wrong environment. Completely wrong environment. Even if they were paying you more than you ever got paid, or they were doing all these things, wrong environment. Because you need, the reciprocity for you is being able to implement these new and different things. Let me know. But spirit has your back on this, Aquarius. They're like, no, I'm hearing no, ma'am, no, sir. Do not back down from who you are. If these people wanted you to exit because of some decisions you made, you can look at it and be like, okay, was it the right decision for that time or whatever? You can look at it in a logical way, but on the spiritual plane, your oracle is saying there was nothing wrong here. It was, the only wrong thing was wrong environment. All right. Aquarius, right on. Okay. Again, let me know if that resonates, but you sound like a badass, and I believe it. You know what I mean? I believe it. Let's go to Libra. Hello, everyone. I'm Kamara with the Black Dove Oracle. We've got Libra and Gemini left. And if you are looking for the other signs, we have already done those. So you could just kind of scroll back. This was a long stream. I hope that I'm able to upload it. I didn't realize I was just talking away. But hopefully you all have gotten something from it. Check your sun sign, your moon sign, your rising sign. And we are going to Libra. I'm just making sure that I shuffle all the decks. That was powerful, Aquarius. That was powerful. Dang, what are you doing? But anyway, let's go to Libra now. Put my comments on. And thank you for joining me, you all. Please take a moment to like this live stream. And please take a moment to subscribe to my brand new channel. If you are willing and you like the way that I read, I appreciate it. It's just a simple way to support me. I appreciate it so much. Okay, so let's go to Libra. Libra, what oracle is trying to communicate with you right now? What oracle is communicating with Libra right now? Ooh, altar of air. Look at that. It says clarity. Okay, and let's figure out why this altar of air. I can tell when I've been talking for a while. The altar of air, what message does it have for you, Libra? Altar of air. Ooh. It says forgiveness. Underneath, hurt blocks our light. A few more oracle cards. What does altar of air want to say to Libra? I have two cards. Cosmic thread. Land of Oz. Another sign had Land of Oz. I might see if it carries some of the same meaning. But let's do a few oracle cards. A few tarot cards, okay? Altar of air. That one flew out. Okay, you have 8 of Cups. So Libra, your oracle is speaking about something you need to get clear on. I'm hearing this for someone. You may be considering leaving some kind of situation. And here's what I want to say. You're either going to consider leaving a situation, could be a relationship, could be a job, or you may be moving. You may be considering moving. But the reason your oracle wants you to get clear on exactly why you're doing this, because there is, it's so interesting, the Land of Oz. I don't know if you all were around for the earlier reading. I forgot what sign that was right now. But this card came up and I was saying over the weekend, I don't know, randomly I was thinking about the Wizard of Oz movie. But I was thinking more of the story. And what I was thinking about was how in that story, the place that she wanted to be the most, the place that sparked her whole journey, her, having to deal with a whole bunch of different personalities, right? And a whole journey. And realizing in the end, she had the ability, she had home inside of her or on her feet the whole time. Now, for you, Libra, it's so funny because I think that same meaning is coming up here for you. There's something, Libra, that you're thinking, I have to leave. That was disappointing, that was devastating to me. And there's a way in which that hurt is real for you, right? This could have been anything that happened in a workplace or a relationship. But your oracle is pointing to a cosmic thread throughout these whole experiences that you're having right now. Because there is, in the Eight of Cups, what I like about this card is sometimes in the traditional card, you'll see somebody walking away and all the cups are standing up. Meaning that when you get Eight of Cups, it's different from Six of Swords. Six of Swords, you're in that boat. You're leaving under a shroud of shame, or sometimes some kind of, adverse situation you had to leave. Whereas the Eight of Cups is more like, I gave this all that I got. I've outgrown this situation. I'm truly ready to leave, but I'm not leaving with the cups turned over. All the cups are done. It was my true pleasure to come to this point, but it's time for me to leave. And so for you, Libra, I think that your oracle is saying you want to leave under those conditions, not with some cups turned over, not with some things not said. For many of you, Libra, this is about you really speaking your truth. Even getting to a place where you might be able to forgive someone, not so much for saying that they don't have to be accountable, but it's more of like, hey, I just realized we outgrew each other in this relationship. If it's a relationship, just saying we outgrew each other. There was another sign that kind of had something similar, which is sometimes at the end of the relationship, everything feels like it was bad. But if you have to take a moment to say, not everything was bad, maybe not in the beginning. What this is trying to say, your oracle, Libra, is that the place you're seeking, the new experience you want to move towards, it could be unduly influenced by the past if you don't clear up the past before you move on. And for many of you, this will look different and unique to you. Do you finally need to tell someone the truth about who they are? You might. Do you finally need to expose what you experienced? You might. Or do you need to say sorry to someone? Hey, I'm sorry that, we couldn't have done this a little more peacefully. Whatever it is, Libra, your oracle is saying that you have the opportunity to leave in good standing. If this is a work situation, you have the opportunity to leave with your dignity. Even if it's a relationship, you have the opportunity to leave with your dignity. Spirit is really focusing on that word right now. There's something you need to do to not just be the one that walks off with your head down. There's something about retaining your power, even if you have to exit a situation. Let me know if that resonates. Yeah. And this may require for you, because the Hermit card came out in reverse. That means to come out of the dark with whatever you experience. Tell the truth. You may have to tell on someone. You may have to tell on yourself. But in the end, your oracle is saying, leave with your head high. Don't leave in shame. There's something about someone there. You let me know. But your guide is saying here, yeah, Eight of Swords, you are not a prisoner. You are not a prisoner to the situation. Someone is leaving a workplace that has been maybe very abusive, very unfair, very, I'm hearing even discriminatory, whatever way that was. And it has left you. You have a 4 of Wands here. It's saying here that you need to, again, understand your power, Libra. Sometimes it's more powerful to be the bigger person. But sometimes being the bigger person doesn't mean ignoring the issue or sweeping it under the rug either. That's what your oracle is saying. Do something before you leave. That helps you retain your honor. Okay. Woo. Let's go to the last one, which is Gemini. That was all the air signs are pretty deep tonight. What's up with y'all? Okay. But you know, I do feel like Libra, your oracle is coming through is saying, stay empowered. Retain or retrieve your power. Okay, Gemini is last but not least. Shuffling the cards here. Let me change that on the banner. Hello, everyone. I'm Kamara with the Black Dove Oracle. I went really long tonight. I hope that this uploads. I was like, oh, let me just do a quick live. Give me some time to put the timestamps in because I have to go through the recording and do that. I'm going to have to learn from my lessons. It's my second time doing a live, so I think I need to write down the number right when I switch. That's what I'm going to do next time instead of having to go all the way through. Okay, but thank you for your patience. Let me just shuffle one more deck, and then we will get started with the Gemini reading. And thank you, everyone who's been supporting my live. If you have a moment, please give me a thumbs up or consider subscribing. So we're going to Gemini. So Gemini, what does your oracle, what oracle is trying to communicate with you? Gemini. Ooh, that's a lot. Let's put it back. What oracle, Gemini, is trying to communicate with you? Ah, the patriarch. It says unapologetic. Okay. The air signs aren't playing tonight. They are not playing tonight. Your oracles are not playing, air signs. So let's see. Why does this patriarch want to talk to Gemini? What message does this patriarch have for Gemini? What message does this patriarch have for Gemini? That was a few. That was a lot. What message does this oracle have for Gemini? Ooh. Responding and not reacting. Okay. It says here, the only control we have is in how we respond to the hand we are dealt. I truly believe that. I have a recording called Your Fate versus Your Destiny, kind of bringing up that kind of energy. And then you have unapologetic. That would be the Emperor in this deck. Let's go to the other oracle cards first before I say anything else. So Gemini. What does your oracle have to say? Way of the Wanderer. and a few tarot cards. Gemini, what does your oracle have to say? 8 of Pentacles. Spirit says one more card. The High Priestess. The bottom of the deck is the Knight of Pentacles. Gemini, you are making moves. But I also feel like people feel like they deserve to know what those moves are. And you're not sharing it. It's kind of interesting because the responding and not reacting card, it shows like two figures, almost like twins. So it feels like your energy right now, Gemini. And what I'm saying is, you know, there are many people, Gemini, who feel like they deserve to be informed about something that you're doing right now, but you're not sharing that. In fact, you are looking at your work as something that is sacred to you right now. I think normally when you would have been in the energy of being excited about sharing your plans, excited about, you know, maybe that promotion you're going for, or whatever it is, that job you're applying for, or the business you're about to start, for some reason, you are remaining in a High Priestess energy. That means one of inner knowing, but not one where you feel compelled to share all of everything that you're doing. And yeah, at the bottom of the deck is that Knight of Pentacles too. Knight of Pentacles is like, I have the vision, I have the goal, but I'm also very deliberate. I'm so deliberate that my movements may appear very slow. That could be it. Your oracle is saying there might be people around you that don't feel like you're moving fast enough. I just heard like a big motorcycle sound. So there's an emphasis on that. You may have people not only wanting to find out what you're doing, but the timeline. There's something about the timeline that you are not budging on, or maybe your oracle is saying, do not budge on that. Don't be pressured to tell people you're going to finish something at a particular time, especially if there's no need for that. There's something about you working in a very deliberate way. I'm going for the bottom of the deck now. There is possibly a boss or someone in authority to you. If you're younger, this could even point to your father in some ways. It's someone who's kind of in an authority, but they might even be a fire sign. I don't know. That's coming up too. Someone who wants you to move faster than what you want. Yeah, and you're not trying to put. You got 10 of you got 10 of wands here. I'm just going to the bottom of the deck. Sometimes the bottom of the deck just tells the whole story. It's like the bottom of the deck is like 10 of wands. You're not trying to like put all that extra work on you. You're not trying to rush to do something that you know the outcome would be better if you went at your own pace. Yeah, because I think your oracle is saying here, Gemini, trust your vision, trust your intentions, trust your path. 3 of wands here. You're looking and you see what you want to do. You see how you're going to do it. You have a strategy. You are, however, an air sign, meaning you do have a strategy. You're using your intelligence, not rushing, not using passion or emotions. You're using your logic. You're using your intelligence. And there's something about, an energy around you, 7 of wands, that really wants to challenge you. that really wants to take you out of that energy of strategy and make you what's that word? Distracted. And you know, when you're distracted, you're not operating at top level. So your oracle is saying here, don't let pressure disrupt something that you have a clear plan for. Trust your intelligence. Trust your intellect. This is deep. Yeah, because you have the Four of Pentacles here. There may be something for some of you Geminis where someone's trying to pressure you to sign off on some kind of expense. You know, we want you to put up the money for this. And you're kind of like, you know what, let me just hold on to that for a minute. I'm not ready to spend that kind of money yet. This could be on buying a house, buying a car. You might be, this might even, that wands could have been some kind of salesperson. Whatever it is, Gemini, take your time. That is what your oracle is saying. You have the right approach. You don't need to be pressured at all. Wow. And being unapologetic. Because there's something here, I don't know why, but your guide, your oracle's pointing out here, do not apologize. Stop saying you're sorry. Oh, I'm sorry, I need to take more time to think about this. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't feel comfortable. It's that part. You're not sorry. I need to take time to think about this. My timeline is not yours. You know, you could say it the way you need to say it. But there's something here about being in your authority, because the patriarch is authority. So you have to use more of your inner authority and not apologizing. I'm sorry, or, you know, I'm sorry this is taking too long. Not that. Start speaking from a place of, I know what I'm doing. I'm going to wait until I'm ready to spend that money. I'm going to wait until I'm ready to sign that contract. I'm going to wait until I have the clarity. Because in that way, you're not reacting to the energy around you. You're just responding from your grounded, centered self. Okay, Gemini, that is deep. All of the air signs just went real deep with these oracle messages. And if you didn't get a chance to listen to all of them, you can rewind. I'll be putting the timestamps in. Gemini, I appreciate you being the last but not least. That was definitely deep enough. If you all have any feedback to give me on these lives, I know this one went kind of long, but I appreciate you all if you hung out with me. If you give me some comments, I appreciate that so much. And I will see you all the next time. If you want to get in touch with me, I'm not really doing personal readings right now. I'll be setting up for that. But if you want to email me, especially if you want to work with your dreams, which we're putting that together for a live stream, email me and let me know. Otherwise, my honeys, take care. I appreciate you all. All right.